Hello everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm Lori from Art Lore, and today we're going to do another bloom because I'm obsessed with blooms and I just can't get away from them. So, but today I'm going to do something different. I'm only going to do 4 colors. One is a custom color that you just, it's the ochre that I love, and the others are just, adding a little bit of white or just 2 colors mixed together to create their color. And so, but today I don't want to have any negative space. I'm hoping to try and get enough blooms on here without it looking too busy, where it doesn't have the white negative space, but the space might be the softness of one of the blooms, the petals. So let's get you down to the canvas and let's make a mess. I'm going to have a little jiggle here, sorry. I think that's good. Okay, oh, I think I have paint in my mouth. Oh. Okay, so now for my ochre, there's your base is yellow. And I use the Liquitex, these are all Liquitex, the 3 colors that I mix together. The cadmium yellow, light hue, the red deep hue, and then the phthlocyanine blue. I used a lot of yellow first. Then I added just a smear of red, just a smear. And then I added just a smear of the blue. And it actually was a bit too green for me. So I added more of the yellow to get that. It's got a green undertone to it, and yet it's yellow. So, and it's really pretty. This one here is just red oxide. Liquitex red oxide with just a little bit of white, and I think I just used the Artist Loft white. It was no big deal, and that's real pretty too. And I thought these would look real fun together. And this one here is just the Liquitex Deep Violet, straight out of the tube into the pouring medium. Nothing to write home about that other than the fact that it's a beautiful color. And I thought that these 2 would be really fun together. And then last but not least, this light green. It's kind of a light sage green. I did blue and green together, and I can't even tell you which blue and green I use. Probably Hooker's green and then the phthlocyanine blue. And then I added, what did I add? Let me look at my notes. Oh, I added just a little bit of red, and I may have even added some white in there just to brighten that up. And then, of course, my pouring medium is the Behr 8300 with the polycrylic, the Minwax, and sometimes I use the clear gloss, sometimes I use the semi. I think these are all the clear. And then my pillow is the PPG Multi-pro interior, and it's the 47-3110. And I usually, I mix my, when I'm doing like the colors, when I'm mixing this up, I mix the color first in a separate container. Then I do a good 3 ounces of my pouring medium, and then just little by little, I add in my color to get the consistency I like. And everybody makes mention of the warm honey, but I feel like your paint needs to be kind of voluptuous almost. Like, I don't know, have you ever gotten to where you've had melted ice cream? It's kind of that frothiness. Yes, it's a warm drizzle of honey, but you have to have that fluffiness in there too, kind of frothy. And so it's almost puffy, kind of voluptuous. And I just struggle with that because every paint that comes out of the tube is not exactly like the same paint you just took out of the other tube. And so it's really hard to get them all exact. But I'm working on it, and I think I'm getting there slow but sure. Now, some of the blooms I'm going to just do maybe one color and see what happens, or maybe two. Maybe one of them I might do 3 or the 4. I don't know. I just kind of want to do it a little different today. I don't want to do every single bloom, every color. I just kind of want it to be more or less, for lack of better words, kind of a hodgepodge. So let's take a look here and see. So generally I just kind of do 1, 2, 3 and then fill it in, but you know what, today it doesn't matter, so I'm just going to start right off here, right off the bat. And I'm not going to start with my purple because that always tends to take over and it gets just too dark. So my purple is going to be the one that I'm going to drizzle with. Actually, I think I'm going to start with a sienna. And we're going to go right there. And then I think I'll do this fun green. I think for this one here, I might just use all 4 colors just for fun. And then work around this particular bloom with the different. But you know what? I could eat those words because all these colors together are looking pretty good, actually. Let's see, I think I'll drizzle the purple next and then do like the ochre after that. Ooh, that is so pretty. Boy, that thickened up a bit already. And I thought it was too thin. A little bit more around there. May have to add a little bit of my polywa. Lisa Marvin calls hers Jowa. I'm taking notes from everybody, so I'm going to call mine the polywa. Polycrylic with a little bit of water. I usually do about 1/3 to 2/3, and 2/3 of the water with water. There, that's better. Okay, so now, oops, I guess I better plug in my dryer here. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, we've got a couple nasty bubbles there. I don't know, these colors are pretty cool. All right. Cool air, high fan. Well, that's pretty. There, let's hope that sets up. Okay, so let's go for another one. Put my kickstand up. Let's go for another one right here. And I started with the red ochre last time. I think I'm going to do the yellow ochre. And then drizzle some of this deep violet over that and see where this takes me. That's selling up quite nice in the center. Okay, I'm going against the grain for myself here. This is really bugging me. I want to add more color, but I'm going to try it and see what happens, see what it looks like. All right, here we go. Don't like how that line is so lined there. Okay. That actually pulled out a lot of color for just two colors. So now let's do two different colors. Let's do the red ochre. Right there. And let's do the green. And see what happens there. Yes, then I can do another bloom there and another bloom there. But I need to get them a little closer to each other so that we can not have so much negative space. Well, I messed that up, didn't I? Oh well. My finger hit the button and made the fan go low, and then when I hit the fan to go high, I did that. Okay. Put just a little bit more paint here. Drizzle some on. I actually like these two. I'm not real wild about that with the purple and the ochre, but maybe that will come off and just this will show and it won't be so much ochre. So with that being said, I think what I'm going to do next is the red sienna and some purple, the deep violet. And again, I'm going to just drizzle this on. Okay. All right, note to self, take your finger, your ding dong, off from the trigger. Bubbles. Here we go. Did it again. I may have to put something there. We shall see. For sure there. I like that combination. The ochre and the purple. That's really pretty. Not wild about that one at all. Well, we'll see. Maybe that will come off. Let's hope. Okay, so now the last one right here. It's not going to stay on anyway, so we definitely want the petal that's going to be on there to be the interesting color. So I kind of like this one. Let's maybe do that one because I got a little purple going on here, here, and then here. So let's do this one again. Go right here, just a small one. Oh, I may have to get some water in a minute. Having stupid hot flashes. Whew. Okay, here we go. Well, that's looking pretty good. Not bad at all. I'm hoping this comes off this direction when I spin. So let's add my paint while those centers set up. Okay, moment of truth coming very shortly. I always get so nervous when I have to spin. You go through all this effort and you want it to turn out. There. Okay. There isn't a lot of paint on there, I do have to tell you that. All right, we're moving this out of the way, and then I'm going to get my little board and hide all my little paints here so I don't get paint thrown into them, which I've done before. Cover these up. Okay, here we go. I'm just contemplating if I should put another bloom there and maybe one there. Even if it's just one color, maybe. What do you think? Will that reach the end? I think I'm going to do just one color and see what happens. Just going to put one color here. Yes. That will help to kill that negative space. I almost think I might want to do one there. Actually, I might just do one right on top of there, and then I'll get rid of that yellow, so much of the yellow. Let's do that. I'm just going to put some of this on there. And a little bit, I think I'll do a little purple. Because it's going to go off anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'd rather have it go off because it's there than to not have it and then just not have it go off at all. Okay, that was a total disaster. Oh well, I'm learning, but at least there's more paint there and it'll help to spin off. Oh my goodness. Some days I have it, some days I don't. Today is just not the day, I guess. Okay, let's see what happens here. Well, it is coming off. it did fill up the canvas. It is filling it up quite nicely. Yeah, there's a lot less negative space. I really want to get this all off. So we're going to just give it another spin. Still not liking all that yellow. May have to tip some of that off. Maybe, I don't know. There is a lot of paint. I'm going to measure in a second and just see how deep the center is. Oh, it's really quite pretty, but the yellow just really bugs me. Let's go this way with it. Yep, there's hardly any white. The only white is right there. Right there. That's actually not bad. Oh, I just wish that yellow would come off. But it's not, I mean, it's okay because there is a little bit of yellow, the ochre here, so it does work well with that. It's just that there's just so much. We're gonna go one more time and then I'll measure, I promise. Oh, I forgot to put an apron on. Oh my gosh. Generally, I ruin so many articles of clothing because I think, oh, I won't make a mess, and then I lean into it and it's a disaster. I ruined my favorite pair of sweatpants. And the little voice in my head said, don't do it. And I did it anyway. That's too bad that came off because that was a really cool effect there, but that's life. All right, let's measure. I'm gonna dry my hands off. And my arm. All right, grab my skewer. Here we go. And let's hope. It looks thick to me. Oh, actually, it's not that bad. So, what do you guys think? Does it look too busy? The only negative space, which I'm kind of bummed about, is right there. I mean, there's a little bit in here, which is fine because that's where the blooms, you know, marry together and they work, you know, that's where the separation is. But I just wish that separation wasn't nearly as much. I wonder if I could just mouth blow that a little bit, or will I ruin it? Nope. Well, maybe. Yeah. It's not, no. Okay, we're done. There's a few little bubbles I have to pop. Is that a, oh, that's a dent because that's where I blew. Okay, well, I may have to spin just to get that off. Is that a cat hair? Nope. Okay, so let's see, which way do I like this? I actually think it looks pretty good that way. We'll keep the yellow up in the upper left corner there. And I will take you down and let you take a peek at it. It is quite pretty. I do have to admit that it is quite pretty, even though I'm not wild about the yellow. I'm not a yellow fan to begin with. I see other people use yellow and their stuff is gorgeous, but when I use it, I'm just not crazy about it. But maybe that's why. And maybe tomorrow when I look at it again, it won't be so yellow to me, because it really does have a green undertone. So, okay, here we go. A little shaky. I'm going to take you down. Grab onto my phone with both hands so I don't lose it. See, that's just really kind of cool. I wish that, see, that's very cool. I wish that had stayed on the canvas. That's cool. Little dots there. They're fun. Look at the center there. Isn't that a pretty center? I am liking that a lot, and I love that right there. That is so cool. The colors together paired quite nicely. Very, very pretty. And there's my negative space, which I don't like, and all the yellow ochre, which I guess it's okay. I'm glad I did that extra bloom on the corner there. That helped. And then the petals up here are so pretty. This whole, then there's the other corner that I did. And I'm glad I did that too, because it did not reach very well. So there you have it. All right, there you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Enjoy your morning, your day, and your evening, no matter where you are. Thank you for letting me make a mess with you today. And I can't thank you enough for subscribing to my channel. I set my goal as to 100, and I am almost to 500. And I love you all for it, and thank you so much for letting me come into your home and watching me learn and taking this journey with me. Thank you so much, everyone. And until the next time, bye.